dear. Right, we're live. I'm just waiting for a few of you to join me. Oh, I've just seen. I wonder if that's how I turn it round. Let me just test it while I wait. It is, but... Hiya, Marianne. We've got a few others in, but for some reason it's not telling me everyone who's in. We've got 6 in, so 8 in. 30. Oh, wow. Hiya, Valerie, Norma, and 3 other people are watching, so I don't know who you are either, so I can't say hi to you all. But I will say hi to some of you there. Aileen, Anne, and Susan. Janice Woodcock. Hiya, Janice. Hi, Aileen. How are you doing? Jude and Valerie Holmes. So there's quite a few of you in. Hiya, Norma. Hiya, Beryl. Hi, Valerie. I still haven't opened your present, although, Val, I have got it here. So if you don't mind, I will open it while I'm chatting to you. Lewis won't mind, I'm sure. And I'm sure we'd all like to admire your handiwork. Valerie's made some clothes for my little granddaughter Robin, who is home, by the way. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Susan. Hi, Hazel. Wow, it's a big package, Val. Let's have a look what we got. There's my book back. Thank you so much. She's been making bras and she borrowed a book. Oh, I'm not going to open it because it's in a lovely packet of tissue. So, cheers, Joyce. I will just say thank you so much on behalf of Lewis and Sarah and little Robin. I'm sure it'll be absolutely beautiful. But I'm going to leave it intact so they can open it. Thank you so much, Valerie. That's beautiful. Thank you. Right, so let's see what's on my work desk this week. I apologise. I have just come out of the shower. Well, not just. I've just had my dinner. But I had to have a shower. My legs are absolutely killing me. I've been packing all day and I don't seem to have made a dint in it, but we'll get there. We will get there. Hi, Sarah, Lynn, Stephanie. Your order will be coming, Stephanie. I know you placed 4 orders, so I'm going to combine them all together and I'm going to put you something in because you've paid postage more than once. So I'll put you something in to compensate you for that. Hi, Leanne. Hi there, Lynn. Yeah, I'd appreciate it if nobody talked about Molly. It's still a little bit raw, but thank you all so much for your sympathy, and it's been lovely. It's helped me get through. It really has. Hiya, Vicky. Right, I'm gonna have a little quick. Oh, that's nice. It's got different ginger in. Right, so this week, as you all know, I was on a Chanda on Sunday, and I even got a congratulations from a Chanda for doing so well, so that were nice. Yeah, it was an amazing show, and I think people obviously liked what I was doing, so there may be more from that sort of theme coming along. So a lot of what I've been doing is just packing for work, but tonight I am going to do a little bit more on that quilt that I was doing. I'm going to have a chat about other bits and pieces that I have been purchasing, I'm afraid. I did get, I couldn't resist it, the one from Sewing Street, the Tiger, this one here, the wall hanging. So I didn't get in time for the blue one, which I would have preferred, but Mark likes this one best anyway. So this one has got K Facet, and it's, I think this one's citrus. So it's got some really lovely zingy colours in there. I think it's going to look absolutely beautiful because our walls are all... Don't worry about it, Heather, you're not late. Oh, sorry, Lynn. Yeah, haven't I told you all? I think she's been home about 2 weeks now. Obviously, I haven't done her live since. So Robin's home. They're finding it tough. They were at first, everything was quite calm because of the difference from the hospital to the home. She's still got a lot of problems and they're having to have a lot of help, and they've got a lot of equipment in the house. So I think they're struggling with that. I phoned him today and it's the first time in about 3 days I've managed to speak to him. And he just says, I'm sorry, Mum. I says, I know, Lewis. I said, but don't worry about it. I know it's difficult and I never know what time to call. He says, Mum, they're into good time to call. So I think they're really struggling for time, but they'll get used to it. And they are really happy to have her on. It is good news. It's very good news. I am Mum, and she's thriving. She's doing really well. I think Lewis and Sarah are struggling, but she's thriving, so that's all right. So yes, back to fabric. So yeah, this is the Citrus Free Spirit Cave Facet. I am Margaret, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to be having a go at this when I finish the quilt that I've been doing. Oh, look at that one. I like that one. Vicky Cousins wants to be in my video. Have you put that on purpose, Vicky? Because if you want to, you certainly can. I don't know how you do it, but I trust you, obviously. Anyway, this one comes with a grey background, and basically it's a bit like it's applique, but it's reverse applique as well, so you get 2 from 1. So I'm gonna have a go at that one. It's quite big as well. If you look at the panels in here, you can see you put them all together, so that's part of the body, I would imagine. Hiya, Jackie. Hiya, Cheryl. There's a lot of you tonight. I did miss you all last week as well. I just weren't up to it. Look, if you can tell there, that's the nose. So it is going to be quite a large one. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And I'll do some of it while on here. Good evening to you all. Yeah. Now, another thing I have been doing in the bits of time that I've been resting is I've been doing some more hexagons. It just popped up requesting me to join. Crazy. Hi, Angie. I don't mind if you want to come, Vicky. You know, you're very welcome anytime. So this is the fabric that I got for the wall hanging and the jelly roll rug that we put in the new toilet. It is big. Have you got it, Lynn? Have you started it? If you have got it. Hiya, Lynn. Hiya, Dee. Hi, Michelle. How you doing? So these are the spare fabric that I'd got left. It was some of it. And what I've been doing is on an evening, been sat with Mark watching TV, and I've just been sewing these together. It just gives me something to do with my hands. Just got a little pencil case filled with them. Yeah, it certainly does, Bev. I've still not done my unicorn, but that's also on my list. Hi, Jane. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Have you sewn that by hand? I have, Joyce, yes. Joyce, are you the one that's got picture of the week on my Facebook page? If so, it was lovely seeing your pants. And I've put you something in post today. Yeah, I've done them all by hand, so they're all... I've got a die, let me show you, because if you like doing this... right. It does look huge. Hi from Patsy in Preston. Hiya, Patsy in Preston. Just a second, I'll be back. Right, this is the die, and I use this lots and lots. It's for the Go AccuQuilt Go that I had last week that I was showing you how to use. So on this, you get 4 paper ones and 4 fabric ones. So all I do is I get my scraps, and it'll cut 6 layers at a time. So you're getting 24 shapes in one pass of fabric. Everybody saw your knickers. And then on this side, I think I take 2 sheets of paper, and you get a wodge of, let's have a guess, see if I can show you round about how many you get. If anybody's in the market for one, it's well worth investing in. I think I've used most of, oh no, I would say from one pass you'll get about that many papers, maybe a few more. And if you look, you know, they are super thin, so it's a really good die to get. I'm in the market for a bigger one and a smaller one as well, because I use this constantly. Hi, Mary. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I just sit in the evening, and I think I did a bit of this in a chanda in the green room, and then I did some last night, and it's amazing how quickly it grows. I've just really enjoyed doing it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but Han Davis, do you really want to be in my video? Or has it just popped up on yours as well? Oh, it's popping up all over. So yeah, I do mine by hand stitching, but I do glue based. I find it a lot quicker and easier to glue based. So I'm going to get them ready to take up because we're watching Bake Off tonight, so I'll take them to do while I'm watching Bake Off. So I just keep them in a little pencil case. I do a pile and then start stitching them. Can you use the die on a Big Shot? Yes, I believe you can. Sharon, I sold her one of my own. Oh no, it went to Big Shot. It was a, oh, what was it? An electronic one. But you will be able to do it, Julie. Just mess about with your shims. I think the AccuQuilt dies are either a little bit thicker or a little bit thinner than the and then the Big Shot ones, the big dies. But you can definitely do it. I know she uses them on the it's not the E-Bosser, it's the other one I sold to Sharon. I know she's used some of my Go dies on it, and it's really well worth doing. Hi Yvonne. Yeah, Sharon's just saying you can use them, Julie. Not seen you for years, Julie. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Right, so I'll just pop these because they're going to go up to the house when I go. Another thing I've got from Sewing Street was this pattern, the So Different one. It's called the Geo Dress, and I've been making Laura a couple of cut and boss. That's it. Good. I'm glad you're all right, Julie. So I bought this because I've been making Laura some dresses and she's really enjoying them, and I like dresses like this as well. So what I'm planning to do it out of is this navy blue ponte. Got a bit of stretch, so I think that'll be nice. Sharon's saying I use my Cricut to cut X's so you can get adjustable SVG on Etsy. Oh yeah, but I can't be bothered with that. I'd rather just get 24 in one pass. But you can do that if you're wanting specific sizes. So if you've got a scan and cut, silhouette, Cricut machine, you can do them on there as well, and then you can do your papers as well, and then put your fabric in and do your fabric. So that's that one as well. Let's put them to one side. And I have been doing some changes in my room, so I might just let you have a look. I'll turn the camera around and I'll do a quick tour. I'm only going to do a quick one just to clear off my stand because I want to get on with some stitching. Right, so I'll stand back because it's quite close. Right, so starting from the corner, I've not changed the corner at all really. I've got my iron in there and then my banana here where you see me sit and sew. On the walls I've got my notebooks and bits and pieces like that, and then that's just my wall with rulers and all sorts of bits and pieces that I use regularly, and obviously my chair. And then on this wall I've got all the Kallax units with fabrics and notions and threads, and Mark put me up some display boards at the top so I can put different things if I want to change. There's a quilt with my ruler work on up there, all my fat quarters. Well, I say all, not really all. But down I've got my folders. Oh, my water bottle, I wondered where that had gone. My embroidery threads, a big roll of interfacing, that's work. You will have to excuse it. I didn't really want to show you it when I'd got all my work stuff out, but up at the top I've got more threads and display things. My camera looks to be jumping. I don't know if it is or not. Maybe it's trying to focus. And then I have my embroidery hoops all hung on a ring. I find it easier that way. I do bang my head sometimes, but then in the corner over there, that is my little toilet area. I've got a little portaloo to save my legs going up and down the garden. But I've got the drawers where I keep all my bags, and there's some finished quilts on the top there. I've got my fridge with my drinks dispenser there. I've put my light at the side. All my rulers are now up on the wall there. Yes, Sarah, I got the Bosch one, and it was, I think it was 270, and it's been absolutely amazing. The only thing I don't like about it is when you don't use it for a few minutes, it doesn't turn itself off, but it slows the heat down, and it takes it takes about 20 seconds, which I'm impatient. So we've got my elastics and that there, my TV, and you can just see the back of the sofa there. On that corner there, apart from piles of work, I've got my threads, and then I've got my industrial overlocker. Nearly fell over the chair then. And then I've got my lock stitch there, my window, and then my, now what's that one called? It's the Sizzix. It's the really big one. It's the Big Shot Pro. I think it's the Big Shot Pro. It's a 13 by 13 size. So then if I turn around here, you'll see I've got my little puffy over there. I do use it. I've got my settee. I'll show you some of the cushions I've made. So these have got nice quilty sayings on. Quite like those. And then round here, coming back around, there's my Big Shot Pro again. Oh, the quilt, I finished it. I just need to do the binding. So I'll stand back and show you that. That is the attic window quilt that I was doing. And I quite like it. Yeah, I think it does look like a nice winter scene. So there's my computer at the side. I like doing things like these wreaths, and basically it's just a polystyrene wreath, and I've put all vintage threads and vintage notions and things on. And then down I've got my printers. This is all work related, really, there. And then at the side I've got my paper crafting things. So I've got my cutter and my e-bosser, my bookcase with lots of bits and pieces on there. And then coming back around, I've got my design wall. I finally got a design wall. That's the quilt I was doing. So that's what I'm going to do a bit of tonight. And then in the middle now, I've got two tables here together for crafting on the left and embroidery on the right. And then I've got my big cutting table. And then my Janome. And so far, it is working out really, really well. So I'll just try and walk slowly back and put you back on the stand, and then we'll do some stitching. So the quilt, I'm doing it with ruler work, and then I'm going to put the flying geese around the side. So if you remember, I'll let you know how it goes, Han, that pattern. Hiya, Caroline, I hope you're feeling okay. I'll give you a message later. I'll let you know how it goes. Their patterns are usually pretty good, and they don't usually take long at all. Now, if you look in here, these are all the little bits and pieces that I was cutting out on the Aki quilt. And I've got quite a lot cut out now, so I'm going to be putting some of those together. I've also got another pattern here that I plan on doing for Lewis and Sarah, baby travel accessories. And I know they'll not be travelling much, but she's still only small, even though she's 9 months old. She's still, well, she's less than 12 pounds, so she's still only a small baby. So they're going to have her for quite a while, so I'm going to have a go at that as well. Right. So I'm just going to get set up for my ruler work. I'm going to put the flap of my machine up. I'm going to drop my feed dogs. I'll actually turn it on just in case you're interested to see how we do it. Oh, I've got to turn the light off, haven't I? It's too bright for here, so let's turn the light off. There we go, lights off, so you might be able to see a bit better. Take the foot off. I'll just have a quick slurpage in. Oh, that's nice. Right. So I'll get my ruler foot. Mine's attached to the little shank adapter. I can't remember what colour I did on it. It's like a white colour, I want a pale one, so I'll just take my thread off. I'll stick to a pale colour. It's a good job that thread, because I won't be able to see to do it. I'll pull the black one through, and then I'll change the bobbin thread. Oh, it looks a bit dusty in there. Maybe I should clean that out too. Oh no, it's already got white in. That's okay. Put that back in. Looks like I saw my white bobbin thread. Right. So that's all done. I'm going to get my Supreme slider. That's going to go on there. Place the hole over the hole in my needle plate. Slow my machine down to about halfway. I think we need camera on the other side. Yeah, I'm going to move you, Sarah. I'm just getting all set up, and then I'm going to move you to the other side. In fact, I'm going to do it now. So I'm just going to pull my bench out a little bit so I can get you in. Then you can see. There we go. So I'm just picking you up and moving you gently over here. And hopefully you can see. In fact, I'm going to move you back a little bit. Sorry if I'm knocking you. Try not to. There you go. I'll move that. I've got some gloves in there. Right, so I'm going to get one of the panels to work on. I've done 3, so I'm going to do this one. I do like this. I don't know where I got it from, but I do like it. So I've got my backing, I've got some wadding. Place the wadding on top of the backing, and then place the panel on top of that. Now I might just put some 505 on just to hold it in place. Let's have a look. Where did I put it? Somewhere safe. Oh, by the way, I haven't told you, I am in my PJs. Don't know where my 505 is. I've put it somewhere safe, so I'll try this one. See if it works. Let's try the stick and stay. Right, so what have I to do on this one? Let's have a look. What rulers have we got here? I store mine on display boards. Yeah, I could do the feather, couldn't I? Yeah. Let's get that out and do the feather. I'm only going to use the small inner one. No, I'm not. I'm going to use the next to the smallest. So I can put them back on there. That one on there. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a pattern going around. So I'm just going to draw, well, no, I'm not going to draw, I'm going to stitch a wavy line on there. First of all, so I'm going to start in the corner. I'm going to drop my needle to pick up the thread underneath. I'm going to raise it up, and I'm hopefully going to be able to grab. Yeah, I can. So that's brought the bobbin thread up to the top, and I won't get any nasty bird's nests underneath. So put my needle down and I'm ready to start. It is better if I've got my side up here, but if I do that I can't get in. Hiya Kaylee, how you doing? Have you been having a go with your rulers? I should have pulled that a bit further up, it's alright, it'll still do it. Right, so I'm going to put my gloves on, and the gloves really do help. They help you grip the ruler, which in turn grips the fabric. So I'm going to start off by doing a nice wavy line. And I don't want to go right to the end because I want to do a feather here. So I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to come back and just make it into a stem. So I'm going to start off narrow and get a little bit wider, following it down. So I'm basically echoing, but if I put the edge of the foot there onto the edge of the line, when I get to about 3 or 4 inches away, it should stay the same width from there on to the end. And that is what I want. Be making masks again, be glad to see the back of them. Yes, I think we all will, Kaylee. Masks, oh dear. So I'm just making it come out a little bit wider. Now I'm about ½ inch out, ½ inch, no it's not ½ inch, 1/4 inch. I'm going to now follow that edge of the foot there down that line. Going a bit fast still, so I'll slow it down a bit more. Right, so back to the beginning, and I'm going to take it out so I can show you. Obviously, if you're doing it yourself, you wouldn't be taking it out. If you can see on there now, we've got a line that starts from there, and it curls up, and it goes to a point here at the top of the machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paisley and we're going to place it inside there. Now it looks quite big, but you think about it, it's going to stitch 1/4 inch all the way inside of that. So it will be bigger than what I would have wanted, but it will be absolutely fine. So I'm going to put the ruler on, drop my foot and the needle, and I'm going to place it so that I'm going to miss the side here. I'm going to follow it along the edge. Round the curve. And come back to where we started. When I hit the stem, let's get rid of some of them threads, they're a bit long. When I hit the stem, I'm going to backtrack, not moving the ruler, to about 2/3 of the way. Stop with my needle down, and I'm going to move that ruler up to touch the foot. I might just move it out a little bit as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow it around again. Go back to the stem. When you touch that stop, backtrack about 2/3 of the way. You can put a marker on if you feel more confident doing it that way. Needle down and then move the ruler. Now we've got quite a big curl on this, so I'm going to actually twist my work and make it come over the top a little bit. So I'm going to follow that line that we've already got, and then I'm going to take it out. You don't have to do them all exactly the same. In fact, you don't want to do them exactly the same. Where's my stem? I'm going to have to move my ruler down a little bit to get back to the stem. There we go. Backtrack. This is not one for when you're just starting out, really. It's one to do after you've been sewing with the rulers for a bit. But I'm now going to move it up, and I'm going to do a short one to bring it back in. So that it's going to be a lot shorter than the others. Round the curve, back to the stem, backtrack again, and then move it. And now we're coming to where the end of the stem is, so I'll probably get one more. Let's just turn that a little bit more, that's it, and I can show you what we've got. Itchy nose. So backtrack a little bit, stop, and I'm going to move it. So now I'm going to come back to where the top of the stem is, and I don't want to go over the edge of the panel either. So I'm not going to do the last one, so I'm going to do a few stitches to tie it off and take that out, and then we'll show you what we've got. Right, can you see that okay? So we're coming around here, around, and I'll turn you around so you can see on the back. So you can see you've got your stem that's just winding there, and you've got your feathers coming out. So this one I'm going to have to do some small ones to fill it in, and then the top I'm going to join them both together with the last one there. What ruler would you suggest to use first? I would actually get, and I'll see if I can see one here. Let me get some of my things out, Yvonne, and show you. It would be the High Bridge I would recommend first. Sorry, I'm hitting you with the... Oh, apologies, everyone. It's not there. Ah, I wondered where they'd gone. They're all ones I've done before. I knew I'd done some. Right, where's my High Bridge? Let's have a look. It's not on that one. I can't see it. If you look on the website, you'll see the High Bridge on there, Yvonne, and that will that one's got a 12-inch flat side. Just eating dinner, so a little bit late. Don't worry about it. You're very welcome whatever time you come. But it's also got an aperture in the middle, so you can do the rotations. And it's got a lovely long curve on it for doing like waves. So that's the one I would recommend, because the straight edge, you can do so many patterns with just the straight edge. Getting really warm. I'm going to have to turn this. I think it's wearing gloves. Turn my heater off. Right. So I'm going to have a go at doing the other side, and I'm going to turn my ruler over. I'm going to put it on, sticking to the Velcro. I'm allowed to say Velcro on my own Facebook, not allowed to on TV. So I'm going to start at the bottom. So this paisley ruler is not actually meant for feathers, but I just find it does really nice feathers. I'm gripping the ruler probably half on and half on the fabric. Go to where the stem starts and then backtrack a little bit. And then, ooh, getting really warm. I might have to take the gloves off. I think it's because my hair's drying. Move my ruler now, and I'm going to do it coming out and over the top of that one a little bit. So just twist the ruler. That's it. If you've got a really big quilt to do, you could use the bigger paisleys to do a really big set of feathers, and then you could do patterns in each of the feathers. What are you doing? Hiya, Val. So that'd be nice, you know, if you wanted to do that. Make sure before you move your ruler that you backtrack to where you need to go. And it's something that you learn as you go along with feathers, because you know you've always got to get back to that stem. So now I'm going to do a short one to get me back on track, because we're going to do an inverted curve now. But all your scraps of fabric and your bits of wadding, while you're in lockdown, get them out and get using them. Back to the stem, backtrack, and then move your ruler. So this one's going to be quite a wide one. We're going to do a bigger one over the top of that one, making sure we can come back. What I'm doing is I'm looking at the stem and knowing that it will stitch to 1/4 of an inch away. So I need to make sure that I've got 1/4 of an inch away from my ruler where I want to stop. So that's why you can see me adjusting it. It's not the best not being able to see. Backtrack a little, there we go, turn it around. Right, we're coming up to the top now, so I need to, if I need to finish on that top of that stem like I've done on this opposite side, so that will be perfect there. So when I go to the stem this time, I'm not going to backtrack, I'm going to move my ruler, and I'm going to try and fit one last one at the top here. So when I get to halfway, I don't want it to be too one-sided, so I'm just going to move the ruler around. Make sure I can see where I'm coming round. Yep, I can. And when I hit the other side, do a few stitches to hold it off, and then I can take that out, and that's my nice wavy feather. So you can just see the two sides there and the one in the centre. Hiya, Sandy. If I show you on the back, let me just cut those threads. If you were doing this properly, you would sink your threads and things like that, but it's only for me, so I don't mind. So you can see on there, you've now got a lovely big feather, and we've got bits of places that we could still quilt something. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do an echo all the way around there. So rather than use the ruler again now, I'm going to use the edge of the foot to do the echo. So I'm going to get rid of these threads here. Just tie that one because that's the starting one. Again, I'm not going to bury it, I'm just going to tie it and snip it. Just get it out of the way. So I'm going to start at the base, and I'm just going to echo all the way around. Got a little tuck in there, I'll get it out after. So I'm placing the edge of the foot onto the stem, holding it all as flat as possible and trying to see. I'm just running it along the edge of the stitches. if you think the stitches are too small, just slow it down a bit more. I'm just going around the tops of the, can't see where I'm going. There we go. The reason I'm turning it is because I can see this side better. And I'm just doing a few more stitches until I can actually see that I'm about 1/4 of an inch away. At this point I can go nearly, well, I probably can go all the way around the quilt, but as I get further to the corner I'll just be doing this little bit, so it won't take that long. But echo quilting I think looks really nice. Can see on the paler coloured fabric. Can you tell me what weight of cardstock for hexes, please? I just use copy paper, 80 GSM copy paper, and I find that works perfectly. I do like doing X's on an evening. My hands don't like it so much, but I enjoy it. I will break the threads when I've got round and show you. Now this one I've actually got to the edge, so I could finish this bit off and show you what it will look like when we've done the whole lot. So I'm just going to do this last bit here. So what I've done is, if you can see, yeah, you can see quite well there, I've gone all the way around. A little bit wobbly, but my excuse is I can't see so well. So there you can see there. And on the corner here, where is it, this one, because I've actually gone off here, I can just finish that bit. So I find that it just finishes all the piece off, and it'll emphasize the feathers in the middle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to carry on doing that. What time am I on? 7:45, and see how much we get done. And that's another block done for my quilt for my sewing room. Oh, I can finish that corner off now. I probably won't get all the way around. Maybe. But every time you do one, it's going to get a little bit smaller anyway. And you've always got something to follow. I quite like doing panelled quilts. feel instantly relaxed when I start sewing. Right, I'll finish this corner, yeah. Got a little tuck in there, but I'm going to have to leave it in now because I've just followed it on all the way. It's only for me. So now you can see it's really coming on. You can see you've got your two layers there, your original one, and then 2 layers afterwards. I've done both the corners, so now it's going to be pretty quick to get this finished. I mean, it's not all about being quick though. You want to enjoy it. There, so this one's nearly finished as well. I think there's only 2 more blocks to do on that quilt, and then there's all the flying geese. I just do them as and when I get a few minutes. The AccuQuilt Go makes it a breeze. And I just love using all my scraps up. Oh dear, I've twisted my fabric underneath. How far? Oh, I've gone quite far, so I'm going to have to unpick that bit there. Should have been watching what I was doing. Why didn't nobody tell me, or did you? Did you tell me? Right, I'll just quickly give it a unpick. Can't be having that. Otherwise I've got no backing on my quilt. That's one of the things you've got to watch out for. I didn't stick the lining down to the wadding. I only stuck the top. And I can actually see the top, so that doesn't sound right good to do, does it? Using my quick way of unpicking. Hack it with scissors. It's a good job it's for me, this. I know you don't all want to sit there watching me unpick, so I'll be quick. I've made lots of mistakes today, actually. I still haven't caught up my sleep from the Chanda show. And it weren't that early compared to sometimes I've been. It was 4:15 we got up. So I'll just get back to where I was. Right, you'll never know now. And oh, we've almost finished. I can finish this section. When I've got my work out of the way, I'm going to be doing Christmas presents, so there might be some interesting bits of sewing coming up. If anybody's got anything they'd like to see that I've done before, let me know. Or if you want me to do one of my kits. So I've just got 2 corners to do now. So if you look on here, you need to get me some of that spray stuff. Might make projects a little... It definitely will, Kaylee. Right, you can see now we've got quite a few layers here. I finished these two corners and the top part there. You can see I've gone right up to the top. So I'm just going to finish this corner and the other side. Yeah, it does help. 505 is the best one, Kaylee. They're quite short lengths I'm doing now. That was a bit wide. I think I'm getting a bit tired now. Well, I'm already ready for bed. I don't have to get changed. Yeah, I do really enjoy ruler work. And I like to do what I'm doing now, where I don't actually plan what I'm going to do. I just see what takes my fancy at the time. Nearly done. It's getting a bit close to my fingers. One more. Can you see it now coming out to the side there? I'll show you quickly on the back. You can see, let's get rid of some of these threads there where I unpicked, how it just follows it all out now to the side there. I did make my PJs. Actually, Joyce, I'm the same. I did make my PJs. This is some French terry, and oh, I like my PJs. I really do. If I didn't have to go places for work, I would live in mine too. I've got some glow in the dark ones. We got the fabric in, and I made myself some glow in the dark ones. Have you done any tutorials using the Rabbit ruler? So I can have a look. I'm not sure, Yvonne. Have a look on the. There is that quarter storage bag. Is that the one with the little chicken, or is it the one that's just been on? Right, Jill. I think I have done one for that. Just check. Yvonne, go on YouTube and look on there. There isn't on Facebook, but there may be on YouTube. I get dressed Monday to Fridays as I go to work. Yeah, they might look at you a bit strange, Kaylee, if you go in your gym jams to work. And it's easier to sew, because if you have to try something on, you haven't got to take everything off on your pyjamas. nice to be able to quilt your quilt yourself though, you know, if you haven't got a embroidery machine. Even if it's just a panel and you want to put your own quilting on and you're not confident enough to do free motion, the rulers will help you build that confidence, so that one day you'll be able to do your free motion without worrying. Me and Val were on about that today. It is muscle memory, and once you've got that from using the rulers, you will be able to do it with free motion. I got some glow in the dark fabric too and made our 2-year-old great. I made them for myself, Leanne. I did make the kiddies some too. I won't let them be left out. I am a big kid at heart. I love to see them glow in the dark. Almost finished. Last little bit of the corner. There we go, all done. So from the front, you can see we've got the big feather down the middle. Sorry, late today, we'll catch up later. No problem, Rosemary, don't worry about it. Life always gets in the way of everything. Try the Walk the Plank pattern from Patterns of Papyrus, it's free. Oh, right, okay. Is that for PJs, Kaylee? I don't know if everybody can read it, but Kaylee's just saying, try the pattern, Walk the Plank pattern from Patterns of Papyrus. God, there's a lot of P's in that. It's free, so download that if you want to have a go at PJs. I'm presuming it is PJs. Right, so there we go. That is the feather one. I'll turn it around so you can see the back. You got all those echoed lines there, and then you've got the feathers down the middle. So that is another block. It's not perfect, but I did it myself, so I'm quite happy with that. Right then, I'm going to say good night. It's been lovely catching up with you again. Let me turn it around so you can see. I hope you all... Oh, I don't know what I've done. I hope you... Yeah, pyjama bottoms, that one. I hope you all keep safe, and I'll catch you all next week. It's gorgeous. I'll have a look at that, Kaylee. Presumably it's for little toddler ones as well. So, cheers everyone. Thank you for your company. I shall see you next week then. Bye.